Hey Pisces, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing your timeless tarot reading down at the beach to celebrate the fact that I got through 14-foot brambles, like 25 feet of them, with a pair of hedge clippers. I know I could have done it quicker with a pole saw, but I was working shit out. Anyway, this is like amazing. I found the gate. This is like a fabled gate that existed down to the beach. Nobody's seen it for 20 years. These brambles were 20 years old. I have a whole new respect for Grimm's fairy tales. Anyway, getting into your reading. If you'd like for me to pray for you, if you'd like for other Pisces and cross watchers to send you their good juju, say hi in the comments section or leave an emoji. That's something we can do in the material world. Gives us a sense of your energy we can focus on. And you may already know this if you didn't see my last video for Pisces. About 6 months ago, I asked you all, what kind of music do you like to listen to on YouTube, if any? And by a landslide, relaxing, calm music and sleep music had the highest votes. And I'm a musician and a producer, and I've been making music for years for TV and film. But I thought, man, I really want to make music for you guys. So your first channel, now I'll make one for sleep as well, but your first channel is all just calming, relaxing, escape music. And you'll see when you see, you will be able to tell I'm a Pisces as well. Because when you see the images, you're like, oh yeah, that's an escape, all right. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. Wow, you got two people here. Let's start the reading. We have two people here, okay? We've got the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Now, I'm going to need to get a few more cards out to understand how they relate to one another, but one landed on top of the other. So these two people are coming into play. Now, you could be one of these people. One is, we've got a nurturing energy, very caring, could be an earth sign. The other is more, their attention and focus is on the future. And they are very confident about what they're manifesting and what they like to create in the future. They're naturally ambitious, usually. The genders of the cards obviously don't matter. And so we'll find out a little bit more soon. But it seems that there has been an unwillingness to work, to collaborate together here. Now this is the Knight of Cups in reverse and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Three of Pentacles in reverse suggests that this collaboration isn't really going to happen, or it's not working. And when I say collaboration, I just mean having a shared goal. We're going to keep it vague somewhat until I get the cards to support a storyline here, but having a shared goal, whether it's a relationship that they want to make work, or if these are coworkers and it's a project, people have not been seeing eye to eye. Knight of Cups in reverse, it could sense that it could suggest that there's maybe some immaturity here or flakiness here. There has been some overthinking, ruminating in the past, maybe some anxiety about this. And it might be because there's a sense of things hanging in the balance, maybe a decision to be made, maybe something's very confusing here. So the energy of the reading right now is like, I feel like I'm catching a lot of my Pisces in an in-between state. Do you know what I mean by that? So things have not quite settled. This is a fork in the road. So let's find out more about these two individuals, okay? Pisces, what do I need to know for Pisces? The King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, there's doubt that's been introduced to this relationship. Seven of Wands in reverse. Doubts have crept in. Ah, dang. 10 of Cups. Okay, well, we're going somewhere with this, my sweets. 10 of Cups means that it's a misalignment in energies. 10 of Cups in reverse, mainly. Okay, so we get the picture. Things are not going too well between these two people. Not aligning, not seeing eye to eye. There's doubts that have been introduced. Tell me about this collaboration. If things aren't working out between them, and it's because somebody doesn't want to change. But you know, here's the thing. Here's the humor in the universe. is people can plant roots into the ground and say, I don't care, I'm not going to change. This is where I want to stand in this. I'm not going anywhere. But you know what? Nothing else in nature does that. The seasons change, the moon goes here, the sun comes up and down and da-da-da-da. So Wheel of Fortune kind of is taken over here. Something's moving this wheel despite the lack of balance. Tell me about that. Page of Pentacles. Tell me more. Somebody's not happy, and I have a feeling that it's not directly related to this imbalance. It's not one person that makes this event happen. I think it's acknowledging, though, that the energy of this situation, the state of this situation, it's building to something that is going to turn into a tower. Let me explain. It's like a teapot that begins to whistle. Tension, when it builds in a relationship, builds and builds and builds, something's got to give. And this is now when the universe introduces an outside element, an event outside of your control, both of your control, that now you can only react to. So it seems that one is calling in outside energies to help move this forward. Nine of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. I know. We get the picture, right? There's been a lot of anxiety, overthinking, because there's Knight of Pentacles is an energy that's not going to budge. This person's not coming through. They're not coming around. Most likely, Pisces, you're the one on the overthinking, anxiety, upset side. And this person is being stubborn or not changing, not collaborating. It's like there's just an imbalance there. We don't need to, it feels like it's not important to actually point fingers at this point. It's more of a general energy and seeing where it's going. So something's got to give. Something's got to give. Two of Pentacles. What is this energy? Death card. Man, a lot of Pisces out there are asking, is this the end? Is this an indication that this is an energy that now needs to move out of my life so I can make room for a new energy, a new possibility for myself? And that is with the Two of Pentacles. And that's the humming and hawing, my sweet. I know, like that's the back and forth, and we can only stand in balance for so long, right? Tell me more about this. This is going to be an extended reading for you guys. I sometimes just don't even know until halfway through, but this is kind of a big one. So if you want to follow me over, that will be a link in the description box below, okay? But we're going to keep on going here. What's this? Back and forth, humming and hawing. There's a lot more that you feel you need to know. That's why you're going back and forth and humming and hawing. The Ace of Swords is upside down. So this could be lack of communication. Somebody's not talking to you, and what can you do, Pisces? So talk to me about the Death card. Strength. It does take strength. So the Strength card comes out, Pisces, when there's a muscle you have, but maybe it hasn't been used for a while. It's not comfortable, but you've got it. You've got this. You're muscling through, and you're asking the questions that need to be asked. And you're facing the things that you need to face. And it's all in this Death card. And the Death card is not a negative card, you guys. The Death card is actually, as most of you know, and would be nodding your heads, it's a rebirth card as well. And it's very natural. So whereas an ending card that is not necessarily natural and it's painful is a Ten of Swords, for instance. It can be sudden, it could come on the heels of betrayal. But Death card is an ending that is bigger than a Ten of Swords. It's a life chapter. It's an evolution. It's like the seasons, and I always say this, I always use this metaphor, but it's so great, is, When we see those autumn leaves drop off the tree, it's time for them to go. And it's the greater purpose is for the tree to keep it alive, to keep it going, to keep it healthy. It has to make room for new blossoms. It's part of a cycle, and so is the death card. So this is part of your life cycle, is to recognize these energies and this imbalance, and to ask yourself these tough questions. And it takes courage, and that's why the Strength card is out here, suggesting that kudos, Pisces, you're doing it, you know? All right, so I'm going to go on to the extended. I hope that this has been helpful and validating. If nothing else, sending you off with love. Go check out your music channel, my loves, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.